welcome back to my channel, Magically Living Life. I hope you're having a great day where you are. So today we're gonna do a little kitchen unboxing. These items are for the kitchen. And I thought that I would share with y'all what I'm gonna be doing over here on this counter back over here. If you follow my channel long enough, you've heard me talk multiple times about how I love to have functional kitchen space. Before I got like the shelving in the back, I used to have my decor on my countertops, and it would just drive me crazy because I love to have I love to free up the space in my kitchen. I don't know if anyone else does, but I like to have a lot of functional counter space. I don't like the feeling of clutterness, and everybody has their own definition of what they consider clutter. What I consider would be clutter, maybe somebody else wouldn't, but if you're new to my channel, we're retired military, so I have worked and lived in multiple, styles of kitchens, military housing. Sometimes I had, big kitchens, and sometimes I had small kitchens, and I always tried to make it very functional. I'm a believer that if you take your kitchen and you make it functional for you and enjoyable and an environment that you want to be in, then you'll take pleasure in cooking in it. So I always try to do that no matter what kitchen I've ever, lived in. So for me, when we had this house built, I wanted to make sure that I actually had enough counter space to work. I don't know if you see that cabinet right back there and that countertop. When we had this house built and designed, the architect actually had a double oven right there. And I actually forwent the double oven and just got a double oven stove because I actually wanted more countertop. If I had the double oven back up in here, I would have never had those cabinets, those drawers, cabinets up above, and that's counter space. So we took that out, put a double oven over here, and then I got more functional space to cook. I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking. I love baking. And sometimes when I'm in here, I'm multitasking. I could get that out. Sometimes I'm multitasking. I may be doing something at the island. I may be doing something at the stove. I may be doing something over here. So having lots of counter space is important to me. And I used to put out all my decor in the kitchen, and I would find that as I would lay out the decor underneath the cabinets, sometimes the decor would start moving forward and it would hog up my counter space, and it would just irritate me. Sometimes I would move it out of my way just so I could have my counter space. I recently got more free real estate in my kitchen when it comes to counter space, and we are gonna unbox these items. But first I'm gonna show you what counter space I freed up to add some more underneath the cabinet shelving so I could add more decor. I am standing by the sink and then by the stove. This is my dish padding. This is what I used to use after I would wash dishes. I would sit them here to dry them. Sometimes somebody would wash a dish, Dan, or myself, and I would like sit it here, let it dry for a little bit, then come back and dry it. So this padding, and I would always switch them out, I have many of these, would always be on this countertop. And it would drive me insane because that is taking up space on functional area that I could really utilize. Having things underneath my cabinets don't bother me. They're up, they're out of the way. I'm not going to be cooking way back here and chopping way back here. So having things pushed back does not bother me at all. My KitchenAid mixer I use all the time, so it always stays out. But this bothers me. And even at one time, I had a friend suggest, you know, well, get rid of this and get one of those bamboo racks where you can, you know, sit your dishes inside the bamboo rack to let it dry, and then you get rid of this. And I was like, that's great. But then I have one of these dish racks, you know, not only taking up space, but just now kind of like obscuring my view because it's bulky and it would be sitting out here. I know some people have those bamboo racks. Other people have the metal ones, the plastic ones. If that's your thing, that is great. But I do not care for them. I just think they take up too much space. And when I originally got my shelving to put all my pretties, I really wanted to get a third one and put it right here. But when I took one of the other shelvings, and guys, I'm talking about these. So you're actually seeing a little bit of Christmas decor before my decor house tour. I took this one and put it over here just to see what it would look like. And it kind of came out to about right up in here. And when I put it here and this, for me, it just wasn't right. It wasn't functioning for me. So then I had the same friend recommend to me to get a sink rack. And believe it or not, guys, I didn't know what she was talking about until she sent me a picture. She was talking about this, getting a rack that sits in the sink. So this is the garbage disposal side. This is my dish side where I wash dishes. It stays here, and then if I am not going to use my dishwasher and wash dishes, I just move it over here. I love this thing. I love it, I love it, I love it. Even Dan likes it. So having this in here now alleviates, or I should say, gives me all this space. Do you see the difference? I don't know if anybody else does, but that has now become really functional for me. And for the last couple of weeks, that has been there. And I have been doing meal prep right here. I'm close to the sink. And right here by my stove, I've been doing all my chopping. I have just fell in love with this space now that I don't have this thing in my way. So that's what I bought, guys. I decided to go on ahead and buy another shelf because I feel like now I can actually put one there and still have all this countertop to function when it comes to cooking. So that's what the unboxing is today. So we have two unboxings today. Let me fix that. The little cord was sticking out. We have two unboxings today because I also picked up, well, I'll show you, but this is kind of like a blind unboxing, meaning I haven't checked these. Sometimes when I do an unboxing with y'all, when I get something in the mail, I've already opened it to kind of look to make sure it's not broken or damaged. So I actually have the shelving right here. I haven't opened it, so I hope it's okay. And then I have the glass wax melt that I bought that came in the mail. So we're gonna open up the wax melt. Hopefully it's not broken. And I think if you know the other two wax melts I have here in the kitchen, I got the same one. That way they just all kind of blend in together. And I can't get this. Okay. I don't think it's broken. Let me see here. I think they included my receipt. I think they gave me a 30% off coupon. Nice. Okay. And my receipt. And then here is the wax melt. It's from Candle Warmers, guys, and it's the mason jar, just like I have the other two. So it looks like that. I'll go ahead and unbox this completely with y'all real quick. That way I can also check to make sure it's not broken. And guys, I am filming this Thanksgiving week. So you always get this on top, this little card. Tells you how to use it and stuff. And here is the lid. That's what the wax goes into. I love these mason jar wax warmers. Home sweet home. There it is. And it goes like this. I have to plug it in to make sure it works. We will do that together. But right there. So this looks like there's no damage. And I'm just gonna put this, I probably should put it back until I'm ready to plug it in. Let me do that. Okay. And what's nice is that I'll be able to get this set up before we have everybody over for Thanksgiving. If you haven't been watching my channel, we're hosting Thanksgiving this year, and everybody's coming at our house. And we're headed to the airport tomorrow because we're having family stay with us from out of town, and we got to pick them up. So looking forward to that. Okay, we are opening. Let's see which. I want y'all to see my address. We are opening this box. So guys, this did come from Hobby Lobby. My Hobby Lobby, they don't have this shelving. I can never find it. So I have to go online to get it. Maybe your Hobby Lobby has this shelving. And keep in mind that Dan paints the shelving. You'll see this, how it comes in the dark tone, but I didn't want to leave it in the dark tone or dark wood shade because my cabinets are dark and my countertops, or my granite countertops, have dark shades in it, and I really wanted something to kind of contrast, so I had him paint the shelves white. So when he has some free time today after work, I will have him, which he actually loves doing this sort of stuff, paint the wooden shelves. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's got to come out this way. My receipt. They wrap it up in bubble wrap. And it does not look damaged. I'm excited. Okay, so here it is. See how it comes dark? Now maybe you're someone who loves the dark. That's great. But like I said, I wanted a little color contrast. So what Dan has to do is he's gonna unscrew these and then he paints these white. Guys, if you're interested in these shelves, so I wonder why that says that. It didn't say that on the website. Well, I did get it 50% off. So on the tag, it says $84.99. So that was the price of this shelf, but I did get it for 50% off. Let's go stick it over there just to see how it looks real quick. I love it. I think it looks great there. Now keep in mind, Dan's got to paint them white, the two wooden shelves. And like I said, I did that just to give a contrasting color. I just think the white makes them like stand out a little bit more. But like I said before, I just felt like it would not have worked. Here's the pad. I'll put the pad back down for y'all. So this is how it would have looked if I did not, and you could tell that I really use these. But if I had not gotten that and left this here, this would not, to me, just would not be functional. And I could not stand it. So I never got the third shelf. But now it's definitely functional. I still have tons of space to cook, to chop. I could even, you know, I've been kneading dough here. If not at my island, I've been kneading my bakery baked dough here. So I'm gonna have Dan paint this, and then we're gonna get this decorated up so it can match the other two. And then I'll show you how it looks when it's done. Good morning, guys. It's the next morning. Plugged that in, works. And yesterday when Dan got off of work, he went on ahead and spray painted. He used spray paint, but then on the edges and stuff, he got a little bit of white paint out because he was saying that the sides are always hard to get, and it's always hard for whatever reason to get up in here. So he spray painted the top, but then hand painted with a brush on the edges. That's how it looks. Like I said, I like the white because it contrasts with the dark that I have in my kitchen. But I thought we would go ahead and assemble this to see how the end results look.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas.
Love the way it turned out, and I'm very happy that I was able to figure out another way of having a rack in my kitchen when I'm washing dishes by hand, without having my dishes as they're drying not monopolize or have monopoly on my countertops. I'm still able to have all that space to prep cook, and even though I have a big island over here and other counter space, to me, you can never have too much counter space. So I'm happy that I still have room to work with, and it blends in so nicely with the other shelves. I'll show you. So you're actually getting just a little sneak peek of the other shelves in my kitchen. I have not filmed my holiday decor tour yet, but see, there's that shelf over there. So when you kind of stand back, you got these two shelves right here. And I think that looks really nice. And then over here, I have this one. Again, still a lot of counter space, but love it. And I just like how the two shelves kind of balance out the area as well. But yeah, came out great. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by today and letting me share with y'all that little decor shelf I bought. Something so simple can make all the difference in your kitchen. Just putting a little shelf allows you to kind of get your pretties out without them taking up so much counter space. I love it. I'm glad it turned out great. So guys, I hope y'all are doing well. Take care. Thank you again. So till next time, y'all have a magical day and a magical week, and I will see y'all later. Bye guys. Take care.